I'm trying to teach myself.
Yeah.
This is something we got to teach our children of the importance of sleep. We have to take the habits that we're doing and correct them so that we can get better sleep. And that starts with eating and having the right mattress and the right temperature in the room and cutting the lights off at the right time. And
Welcome, guys. Welcome back to Mike on the Mic. And I have Gregory here on the line, all the way in the USA. Greg, introduce yourself to the audience and tell them where you're from.
How you doing? My name is Gregory Arneaud. I am the clinical director for ISD Health Solutions. I was born in Brooklyn, New York, but my parents are both from Trinidad and Tobago, so I had a Trini American home. I had an American house with Trini parents, so I got a little mixture now. So basically, I used that opportunity to create a passion for helping people, and started with my home country where my parents are from as a starting point to help bring some awareness to some concerns related to sleep and how we live.
And bringing Greg here onto the Mike on the Mic audience, mainly because you all know, and I told you that in the past, since this pandemic started happening, I'm having a lot of problems sleeping. I've always had problems sleeping. I interviewed Marie in a different segment, and she kind of gave us some context, and she introduced me to Greg. And I was saying, you guys, we're going to bring somebody who can officially bring some solutions. We're looking at the problems and the solutions, and Greg have these solutions. Greg, what are the kind of services that you provide to clients?
Well, more or less, we provide a virtual program where people can actually access doctors and professionals in the areas of sleep, pulmonary, cardiovascular, respiratory therapists, and so forth, diabetic specialists, so that they can get some immediate care and answers to some questions they may have. We also distribute a number of different products that allows us to be able to remotely capture medical data, oxygen, heart rate, breathing patterns, positions of sleep, different methods of how we capture this with technology we use today allows us to do this through an app, through a cell phone, so we don't have to go to the person's house or they have to return any equipment. It's theirs to keep. They can use it multiple times and track data from night to night, because, just about all of us sleep differently every night. And I know that a number of us are not getting a good night's sleep, even before the COVID, but even worse now, that we've all have to be challenged with all these rules and regulations and how we're supposed to live and what we're supposed to wear and where we're supposed to go. Life has really changed quickly, right? We all are in a prison, so to say.
And Greg, where are you in right now currently? Because you say you're from Brooklyn too as well.
South Florida. I'm in Miramar, Florida. So I grew up the majority of my life here. I was blessed to have, like I said, two parents that were from the Caribbean that allowed me to have some Caribbean connection and heritage. And with the ability to grow here in the United States in my academics and allow my professional career to move into being a clinical person in the area of respiratory therapy, I moved into understanding more about different facets of diagnosing sleep, treating sleep, respiratory connections to the sleep, and I kind of just got passionate about it and was in a number of positions to work with companies here. And then I would say back in 2011, 2012, I realized, I can't keep I wouldn't say wasting my time, but the more impact I could have made would have been in a different area. And that was in the Caribbean. That was in Trinidad, for one. There just wasn't anybody in the space that knew or had the knowledge or exposure to the understanding of these concerns like I had the fortunate opportunity to get. So I felt it as a duty, and it's now my purpose and what I live for each day, to try to reach just one more family that I can, to help understand something that I wished we could have known, because my grandmother died because we didn't have enough information. We didn't have resources. We didn't have solutions. But all of those things are here today, as we can see. We found a solution for me talking to you, and I'm not in Trinidad this week. So there's solutions out there, and you just got to know that they're available, and obviously take advantage of what's being offered to now. This is something that is new. It's something that people are still a little bit kind of, trying to understand. I know the first term when you hear sleep problems, the only thing you could think of is drop C. Because when I told my dad, about sleep apnea, he said, "Yeah, boy, I used to drop C that I nothing. We doing that long time." I said, "Dad, that's not what this is. I mean, when you just fall asleep, without any control, that's the problem. But that's not this issue. This issue has a lot more to do with your ability to oxygenate your body, which we're all looking at now from a different perspective because of COVID."
And before we go more into the technicals and even the how your process is like, we in the Caribbean, we really don't put enough emphasis as more and more as I get into the research and getting into the game or getting into this arena. I realize we don't put that emphasis on sleep. You having sleep problems? Take a shot of rum. You having some sleep problems? What are your advice in terms of putting that emphasis and putting that attention on your sleep? Because more and more I talk to you, Greg, more and more I realize that maybe I'm having some problems and some serious problems with sleep.
Well, that's a great point. The culture in the Caribbean, especially in Trinidad, is, you got to charge that battery. You got to run. Don't miss anything. It's here, the thing here. So the lifestyle, the mentality, the desire to want to excel and be successful in sports and academics, that's part of the nature. Unfortunately, it takes a direct hit to how well we're able to restore and repair and rejuvenate our minds and bodies through sleep. So it's a challenge, dealing with trying to get on the Roosevelt Highway or trying to go anywhere from one point to another is going to take an ample amount of time to do so. So that takes, once again, away from the time that you have to be able to sleep. With a lot of challenging responsibilities, you only have so much time. But the bigger issue is that chronic illnesses that we are seeing now plaguing us more than ever, and how it's contributing to more mortality in such a quicker time frame, is that we're not getting sleep and we're not getting oxygen. Two deadly things that we both need for survival. You can't do without sleep, and you can't function without it, right? You can't expect to be productive or do your best without getting a good night's sleep. And more importantly, we can't do without oxygen. The body without oxygen, 3 to 5 minutes,